Could I have Nasreen, please?
They
Nasreen?
Yes.
They were not railway children to begin with. I don't suppose they had ever thought about railways except as a means of getting to masculine and Cook's pantomime zoological gardens and Madame Tussauds. They were just ordinary suburbans children, and they lived with their father and mother in an ordinary red brick fronted villa with coloured glass in the front door, a tilted passage that was called a hall, a bathroom with hot and cold water, electric bells, French windows, and a good deal of white paint, and every modern convenience, as the house agents say. There were 3 of them. Roberta was the eldest. Of course, mothers never have favourites, but if their mothers had a favourite, it might have been Roberta. Next came Peter, who wished to be an engineer when he grew up, and the youngest was Phyllis, who meant extremely well. Mother did not spend all her time in playing dull calls to dull ladies and sitting dully at home waiting for dull ladies to pay calls to her. She was almost there, ready to play with the children and read to them and help them to do their home lessons. Besides this, she used to write stories for them while they were at school and read them aloud after tea. And she always made up funny pieces of poetry for their birthdays and for other great occasions, such as the christening of the new kittens or the refurnishing of the doll's house or the time when they were getting over the mumps.
Thank you very much. So we're looking for indicators that tell us that this passage is not set in the modern day. 3 minutes. Indicators, a question, what do indicators mean? Something that's a clue, something that is signalling to us. Okay, so the biggest clue here is a bathroom with hot and cold water. Now, that's not unusual, but it is a point that's made here which suggests that this is quite an unusual thing. Electric bells. And also the fact that the time when they were getting over the mumps is almost, well, it has been eradicated. It did come back a little bit. It was almost eradicated because of immunization. So this is something that happened decades ago. So this is possibly over 50 years. And yes, it is from the Railway Children. And their birthday, they get poems from their mother as well, which is probably quite unusual. when perhaps you'd want a Xbox. And what sort of person is mother? What do we think? What sort of person is mother? Yeah, so she doesn't spend her time in paying dull calls to dull ladies. She dedicates her time to play with her children. She's always there. She's always attentive. She's always playing with them. And she sounds quite fun as well, making up entertaining poems for them. Okay, we've got time for at least one more. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I would like you to put your examiner hat on, like we did last class. And I would like you to ask an inference type of question. Actually, okay, so I want you to ask an inference type of question based on this extract from Oliver Twist. And I would like you to come up with a model answer as well in terms of point, evidence, and explanation. And I will ask one, two of you, perhaps, depending on the time that we have, to ask the question. Okay, so we're going to give you 5 minutes for this. If you can pop your hand up when you have your question and your model answer. Okay, who would like to read out their question and choose a member of the group to answer the question? Could I have Yusuf, please?
What can we infer from the phrase sucking their fingers most assiduously?
Thank you very much. Okay, who would you like to answer your question, please?
Nicholas.
Nicholas, are you brave enough to answer the challenge?
Yeah. We infer that he's hungry and the boys are hungry and they just like the food a lot.
Yeah. Yusuf, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. They're stuck in their fingers. That's kind of like a distraction, which does suggest that they are absolutely ravenous. Thank you. Who else would like to ask a question? Just looking for hands up. Spandan, please.
This is an easy one. Okay. Why did the balls never wanted washing?
Why did the bowls never want washing? And who would you like to answer your question, please?
Nasrin?
Nasrin?
What was the question again?
The question was, why did the balls never want washing?
The boys never wanted washing because the boys kept on polishing them with their spoons.
Were they polishing them? Why were they polishing them, perhaps?
They were polishing them because
if you use the term polish off, does it mean that you're actually polishing or doing something else?
doing something else.
Else. Okay. So, Sanam, would you like to give us an example answer?
The example answer was that, which never took very long, the spoons being nearly as large as the bowls.
So what is happening here is they're eating so ravenously. They're ensuring that they get every single morsel of food out of the bowls, so they look like they've been polished. They haven't actually been polished with the spoons, but they look like they have been, because the boys are eating every single last bit of the food that is in the bowls. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. They were licked clean. Yeah, finished their plate. We've got some contributions there in the chat. Okay, thank you very much. I'll see you all again tomorrow for more 11+ comprehension practice. Don't forget that you can go onto the website PiAcademy.co.uk and subscribe to our resources and tuition.